So I have to say I'm fairly excited right now. I am putting the finishing touches a la one of these little handy dandy endorphins, like patch cord type things. Here, I'm gonna set up the phone for having a view. Sorry if this is making you want to puke. I want to puke all the time, so welcome to my world. All right. So here I am. Yeah, these are the finishing touches on. This is basically what I consider my first, like, adult modular synth that I've put together. Yeah, I guess I am like that guy now. That this is my adult synthesizer. You know, I don't even know what that kind of guy that is, but I don't like him. Actually, I fucking love him. All right, so what I'm doing here is I always love to have these endorphins patch cable, blank, blank walls, blank modules, because they're so handy. They can, if you play with skinny patches, they can just seriously hang a ton, like right from your, whatever space you have specifically set aside, or perhaps even designed around these modules, providing you with quick, like, just, I can't think of any other means of accessing a patch, the actual cables of a patch in this amount of speed. I don't have another, I don't have like a close second. I do have a second when it comes to patches, holding patch cables, close by or on your actual enclosure, so that they're around and can be organized. Yeah, I do actually have another quite useful, although not as elegant as these endorphins 42s. But here, have a look here. You can see hanging from the end of my my Moog enclosure is this little guy. It's like, I think this can't be the way it's meant to be built, but like, so I think obviously it should look prettier, I imagine. But yeah, so like this just slides right off. It's actually kind of neat, very neat. So yeah, if you ever just need to move quick things around on your enclosure, and like you don't want to have like an entire cubic main of cables hanging off your enclosure, then you can just yank it right off and just put those aside. So this is, here it is. I did it. That's, you guys just yeah, that was it. That was, wow, what a pure moment of excitement. All right, so what I was just doing here is I have first my brand new designed enclosure for my controllers. All the way to the left here, I have the Lifeforms touch controller, from Voltage Lab. The Voltage Lab, Pittsburgh modular synth, which I am just a huge dork of. And this is a very high quality touch controller. Yeah, I like it, for example, much better than the Make Noise equivalent. However, it is a very simple. It's simple in some ways, and yet also it has some functions that are pretty unique. But all in all, like, I'm not very comfortable on it yet, and I've several times debated just pulling it on out and trading it on Reverb for some sweet module that I actually need. But no, it's just such high quality. It's like it's a pleasure to look at, pleasure to play. It has some just real cool things, and just although I'll stick with the enclosure, you can see right here, I have the Voltage Lab black box as well. So it's like part of the whole set. I also have the enclosure, but anyway, collector shit. So now here we have like the endorphins ground control, which is the absolute heart of everything I do here. It's fantastic. I feel like people are like, oh yeah, they think it'll be good. It's endorphins, you know, like, you know, maybe slightly overpriced because that's what endorphins does. But like, I feel like people really don't truly understand what an incredible instrument it is. It can do just about everything, you know, in this tiny little space that my Keystep Pro can do. And I'll do a whole video on that at some point if it's requested. But okay, so this is like kind of like section one of my first area. You know, this is basically, I've got some gates, I've got some pitch CVs, some other things. I really am a big fan of putting dividers up between sections. For me, it helps spatially. To be honest, like, I don't have enough blank. I would use these a lot more if I had more, but I think that I feel very proud of how this whole thing came out. It feels very sleek to me. And so right here we have running order, which is endorphins again. What, you like them? There's not endorphins everywhere. So when I first got into modular, I had already used some endorphins modules, and I knew that they were great and not too complicated. So I ended up purchasing quite a bit of their modules, and I'm not at all, I mean, I'm very glad that actually I did that. Although now the idea of buying any new endorphins module is kind of like so boring to me, because I mean, you know, I have enough of their things. I should explore other makers. But okay, so we have the running order, which is basically, this is you know, to use this as a clock divide for the main to the main clock. You know, I like to have this close. I think it's a very cool way to add some just quick variation and like flow, just movement and dynamics. You know, to have that just right here next to my controllers. And then here we have the giraffe, which is part of the Pittsburgh Modular Zoo series. Safari, I mean. Safari series, which, you know, they're just so cool, man. I don't even know. I'm a total fanboy. So, unapologetically so. But yeah, so this is essentially, it's like a mixer, you know, it's a kind of a 4-channel mixer, or like two channels of mixer just all added up. I'm not going to explain the module. That's not what this day is about. But what I am using this here for isn't actually even the mixing part. I'm here for the attenuation factor, because, you know, you never know when you're going to need that. You know, handy right next to where your source is you know, springing out from. And of course, here we have, you know, the my lovely little endorphins 42 modules, and they're just absolutely great. So that's the first enclosure, and I'll get over into the others, but I'm going to take a quick pause here just so this video isn't super long. All right, bye.